Alright guys, it's your host Mickey here. We're here on a Sunday. It's been a long week. We finally got the RX-7 back, as you guys saw in a previous vlog. The engine is in. Ricky and I burnt the midnight oil with my buddy Evan and got that in. And today is the day that DNA Garage is making the trek down from Huntington Beach to San Diego. And they're gonna help me get this bad boy back together. We're trying to get as much done as we can in one day. And it's gonna kick off as soon as they arrive. So as soon as they get here, we'll sit down, come up with a game plan on what we're gonna do to get this thing as far along as we can today. So we've got the recipe for success, the hunk quarters, throttle, DNA Garage, running solo Ricky. Yes, we're about to get stuff done today. I'm gonna bring you guys along. Stay tuned as we get things cracking. As soon as the boys get here, we're gonna go ham. I hear a Volvo and an RX-8. That might be the boys. Oh, baby. Yeah. Sunshine.
Oh, hey, buddy.
Just finishing up some brake work, eh?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Man, these things are turning out awesome. Thanks to you and Helen. I haven't lifted a finger, and I think you guys are gonna probably hose me in the comments because it seems like I'm not doing anything whatsoever. And to be quite honest, I've been mostly cleaning and things, getting brackets cleaned up, painted, reinstalled on the engine, while Ricky was doing a lot of the heavy lifting with the brake system and suspension components yesterday. So thank you to him and his wife Helen for coming down last night. They knocked it out of the park while I was able to get all the tedious cleanup work done and reinstalled on the engine block. So since the DNA guys are here, we've all huddled up as I told you guys we were gonna do. Will's over here, he's got our Rotary Works V-mount set up, all pulled out of the box. This is actually an exciting part for me because this is what makes the front end look really cool in my opinion. We did go ahead and put this in the cabinet and put our typical finish that is gonna be carried throughout the engine build onto that. This will get a coat of paint that will not affect the thermal characteristics of the intercooler. This is going to stay polished, and all these brackets will be modified as necessary. I'm told that they usually need a little bit of bending or a little bit of coercing to make them fit right, eh? So we're going to go ahead and tackle that. And this also needs to be cleaned up. So I'm going to be working on that. This is our starter, and it looks like it's seen better days. So we're going to go ahead and get that all tidied up and back in the car. Yo! So Will's actually getting the intercooler, top mount intercooler situated with the brackets here. There's a little bit of adjustment needs to be happening on the brackets, so he's getting that fine tuned. I'm getting our oil filler neck back in. It's been cleaned up. Got a temporary oil filter on here just to have something to hold on to. And then I gotta get back out of the car and get the starter put back in. That's painted, dry, ready to go. So we're gonna move on to that next. And the day rolls on. Our pizza's almost here. The boys got the, well, I didn't show you guys the intercooler in place. Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did. So one thing I haven't said about the car yet is I'm actually going to be running air conditioning. Now, this is my old condenser. Using it as a mock-up. We're basically creating, Louis and Will have created a gap between the radiator and that. And basically the fans are going to push up or pull through on these. Now, I'm not really big on this because it's going to be sort of visible under here once the bumper's on. I'm thinking that we'll probably paint it black. That's what Louis recommended we do. So I'm gonna try to find a new one of these or a better condition one and get it painted. But we're gonna build the brackets off of this one and get it in, because you know we can't be rolling without air conditioning. Oh, that was the wrong spot to drill that hole, Louis. Oh man. We better go get a new chassis. This one's no good anymore.
It's not.
Oh, it's so crooked. Beautiful. Beautiful. Our little smorgasbord of Papa John's here was courtesy of me, but I did save 25% off this order by being a throtlVIP member. Believe it or not, you can save money on food by being a throtlVIP member. Saved me about 15 bucks. Pretty dope.
What are we doing, Mickey?
We're just grinding a ½ inch off of this rotor housing. just fastening some of the grounds from our rye wire wiring harness, getting everything ready for the coil packs. So getting pretty far along. It's starting to look pretty tidy under here. We got everything all zip tied up. Louis is kind of a wiring guru, so he's been over my shoulder and routing a lot of these wires and kind of telling me where to put them and stuff from his experience. And I have a little bit of my own as well, so we're kind of combining our efforts. And once the intake manifold's on, if you're familiar with how these motors sit, this harness is basically going to disappear once it's all put together. You'll see.
One eternity later.
All right, so a couple hours have gone by. I actually took my apron off because we were going to head home. The DNA guys hit the road because they've got an hour-and-a-half drive up to Santa Ana. Ricky and I decided to stay back because tomorrow's gonna be a little bit of a mess. So we're gonna go ahead and toss the rear bumper on. I'm gonna show you guys around the engine bay right after this. We got a lot of stuff done today. So we're gonna throw this bumper on, and after that I'll take you around to the front and show you what we got accomplished today. So one thing I learned a long time ago, when you're fitting a bumper or fenders or anything on a car with a fresh paint job, it's always good to have a roll of blue tape on hand. I like to put tape around the edges. Ricky also seems to be a proponent of it because he actually was the one that was like, hey, put the blue tape on. Sometimes when you get in a hurry, you just slap it on. If it's a drift car or something, you don't care about scratches, whatever. But it's inevitable when you're fitting a motor, you're probably gonna misalign it when you're putting it on. The blue tape can save your butt, and it just saved ours a couple times, I think. So, just a tip. All right, so the bumper's on, looks killer. We're gonna work on tightening down the rest of the fasteners, and then I'm gonna take you guys to the front. All right, so we decided since the bumper was on, we might as well toss the taillights in as well. So we went ahead and did that. Now we'll take you around to the front. Before we head up to the engine bay, we received this package from PTP Turbo Blankets. Came in actually a couple days ago now. Ricky's been dying to open it, so we're gonna go ahead and open it. We know what's in the box, but it's a little heavy, so I think there might be some other stuff in there as well, not sure. Oh, they're hosing you. Yeah. They're hosing you, brother. Oh. It's the old box in a box trick.
It's beautiful. Oh.
What size turbos on your car, Ricky?
It's got a 84 hot side T4.
Ah, that's right.
Yeah, it should
TJ's is an 88. It looks like the same size or similar size.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, that's nice. All right, man. That's awesome. Thank you, PTP.
Hold on.
That's sick.
Hold on. Oh, this is heavy.
What is that?
No idea, but this is heavy.
That's a PTP branded G-string. To wear to the meets. Ooh, dude, look at that marketing materials. Look sick.
Seriously.
Porsche. Well, That's a Beckerman. We don't need no Porsches around here. Dang, this one's got silver on it. That's kind of cool. I like the like lava carbon fiber better, but
For sure.
damn, bro. Well, tell us if in the comment section if we should do an install video on this. It's a really simple install. You basically just slip it over the hot side of the turbo and you safety wire it on. If you guys want to see us do a little quick install on that, let us know in the comment section. If not, we're just going to send it and we'll show it to you on the car next time Ricky brings the FD down. Yep. Again, this is for his FD, obviously. I know he has a lot of cars, but sweet. Let's get over to the engine bay. All right, so here we have it. I've been promising a look. This is what it looks like. So it's starting to look a little bit more like an engine. We've got the alternator back in place. We have a couple placeholder pulleys on here. I did run these through the bead blast cabinet. I actually really like the look of this. It looks almost plastic or fake. It's a polarizing look, and I like that against the contrast black, satin black of the engine bay. Keep in mind, there is going to be an intake manifold that sits back here, and it's going to sit over top of all this mil-spec wiring. This has all been wired and routed. We've got our flex fuel sensor mounted on the top of the rotor housings, and that will all basically be hidden. There's going to be a manifold that sits over top of all this, so you're really not going to see any of it. We did our best to keep everything as tidy as possible and zip tied and loomed together. Some of these are just sitting down here right now. This is our intake air temperature sensor, which goes under the bottom of our air intake when it gets here. We do have a pretty nice intake manifold coming that's going to allow us to make some decent power. And then we've also got our radiator in place here. So this is our radiator underneath here. And then this, you guys can't tell, but there's a gap, about a ½ inch gap between this. This is our AC condenser core. So this is in place because I want to run AC on this car. I'm sick and tired of building cars. I've been building cars for far too long that don't have air conditioning. I hate going to meets and things without being able to stay cool. So there are some drawbacks to having air conditioning in this car, but I think the benefits outweigh the drawbacks. So essentially what we've done is we've mounted the AC core, condenser core, above the radiator. Now I'm hoping that once that's painted black or silver, it's going to disguise itself. Keep in mind, this unit is only a placeholder. I will be getting a newer core that isn't as banged up and as dirty and filthy. This one can probably be salvaged, but I'm not that happy with it. So I'm pretty excited about having AC on this car. My EG also has AC. My wagon has AC. It's a theme that I've tried to carry through all of my builds because I feel like being comfortable in a car that you build when you take it out is one of the most fun things about it. If you take it out and you're not comfortable, you're gonna be grumpy and not happy, and I don't want to be that guy. So AC is it for me. I'm gonna have it in here. It's gonna require some custom lines and things, but it's really not that difficult. So these brackets here are for the back of the intercooler, which is sitting over there, but that basically sits on here on the back and then also mounts here on the core support. These brackets are basically just stabilizers. Once you have the intake pipe on here and the hot side pipe over here, basically those suspend the weight of the intercooler core, and these are just needed as basically braces. We've got our turbo manifold installed, and it basically sits in this cavity in the strut tower. There's two braces for the strut tower here and here. It sits as far out as it can without interfering with the chassis. It does have multiple exhaust gas temperature ports on it, which is pretty cool, and we have multiple wastegate provisions as well. So we're gonna have two 45mm wastegates on there, and we will have a 60mm wastegate here on the cold side or the intake side. Our turbo is going to sit on top of this, and it's going to be very interesting the amount of clearance that we have here. I have a feeling this stud might have to go away, but it's going to be a tight packaging situation in here. I'm pretty excited to see how it all turns out. Actually, I think it's going to look really good, and we made a ton of progress today. I know it doesn't look like a lot, but It is, it really is. So I'm gonna sneak down here to the shop a few times more this week. I'm typically down here every day, but I have some family in town from Ohio, and I need to take some time away from the shop and spend time with my family. So I hope you guys understand. I'm gonna do as much as I can. Video work might be a little light this week, but all the things we're gonna be doing will be exciting. So we'll make sure that we grab the camera and record some footage for you guys as this thing chugs along. We've got a lot of planning to do on the water situation. So we've got our radiator in place, but we've got to plan out all of our water routing and get all of our couplers and hoses and tubing and everything ordered. And we've got a lot of fuel things to sort out. So I've got a list a mile long of bits I need to pick up or order. We'll get on that this week when I'm not here at the shop and make some headway and some progress. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I know the last couple of videos have been a little bit all over the place, especially with getting the car back and getting stuff started. We've really tried to tackle it as smart as possible because of the deadline that we have. So thanks again, guys, for tuning in. Sorry if I got a little long-winded on the outro here, but I'm excited about what's going on with the car, and I'm really excited with the amount of progress we've made in the last 2 days. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. We love the throtl family. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for all the likes and the comments. Peace out.
What's up, guys? I wanted to share a few things about the new addition to the throtlVIP program. If you don't know what throtlVIP is, well, it is the ultimate car club for all car enthusiasts. throtlVIP is now guaranteed to save you a ton of money and time while building your dream project car. And now we give you discounts at both local and national brands, such as 20% off advanced auto parts, $5 off K1 speed, $10 off instant oil change, and a ton more. Looking for a pizza? Don't worry, we got you there as well. Now offering 25% off of all Papa John's orders. Listen up, guys, the throtlVIP membership is a no-brainer. And to top it all off, we're giving away this beautiful Mazda RX-7 once we're done with it. We have plans to wide body it, throw on some air suspension, some nice JDM wheels, and a ton of other awesome mods. So if you want to learn more and find out more about throtlVIP and all of the amazing benefits, check out the link down below, guys. We appreciate it, and welcome to the throtlVIP family.